All right, shout out to I Seriously for tweeting this out. We are getting an Extreme Z Battle and Extreme Z Awakening for the LR Physical Cell and Cell Juniors. Now I know this unit is less than desired by a lot of people as far as Extreme Z Awakenings go in this part 2. We were definitely expecting AGL Gohan, the LR AGL Gohan and the LR Intelligence Cell to get their EZAs, which would have been quite a bit better. But we'll have to wait and see what this guy looks like after EZA. So if we take a look at him right now, before his EZA is to be announced, so they haven't got this guy hasn't gotten the details, the guy that takes care of this wiki, and I have not seen any details on Twitter as well. So all we have going for him in his EZA right now is E +4 in HP and attack and defense, plus 120% for extreme physical type, and then super physical type key +3, HP attack and defense plus 90%. So I mean, given recent history with EZAs for type supports, for the LR types, not type supports, but the LR type leaders, this is pretty accurate. So that will most likely be what he gets for his leader skills. We'll have to wait and see on the other details. But before his Extreme Z Awakening, on his 12 key super attack, he causes colossal damage to all enemies and recovers 10 HP. So they could do a couple things here. They could do raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to all enemies and recovers 10% HP, or they could just increase the HP coverage to like 15% or 20% or something like that. I doubt they'll do that. I really do think they need to make some sort of change on this super attack, but I think raising it to 15% would be pretty reasonable without, you know, making it way too OP or anything like that. Even 20% wouldn't be way too OP. Maybe 17%, I don't know. But they definitely need to add something to the super attack or change the HP recovery. On his ultra super attack, maybe do greatly raise attack for 1 turn, raises defense infinitely, and causes mega colossal damage to enemy. Now that would go really well for this guy, because if they keep this just as recovering HP and bump the HP recovery percentage up on this one, and then he also has raising defense infinitely on his 18 key super, that would actually work in tandem really well in my opinion, because he's recovering HP obviously, and he'll be good for longer events with raising defense infinitely. And that would actually go really well with the or would have a lot of synergy with this unit, because he is a physical type unit. He has built-in additionals, so having that infinite stacking on defense would go really well with this kid. So his passive skill, if you look at it right now, it is pretty bare bones. Attack and defense plus 90% at start of turn, plus an additional key +1, and attack plus 10% per existing enemy. With it being this bare bones, there's just so much they could add to this. And I know a lot of people are pretty disappointed in this EZA, in this guy getting an EZA before AGL Gohan and Cell. But I don't know, what do you guys think about his passive and what they could do with it to make him quite a bit better for his EZA? Because they would need to add a lot. And do you think that with his EZA, so if we actually, you know what, let's actually do this and let's take a look at the Bardock EZA, because here's the thing, Bardock after EZA got a pretty good buff to his passive skill, But the thing is, his passive skill is very some of it's very restricted. So like right here, performs a critical hit when there's an enemy whose name includes Frieza. So maybe they'll have something like that, but maybe the name whose name includes Gohan Youth or something like that, with that kind of condition. So as good as Bardock is after his EZA, I mean, not necessarily the best LR EZA ever, but as good as he is, he does have quite a few restrictions on whether or not his, you know, full passive can be activated. So, but I mean, it's not too restricted, but they did give him some conditions on a lot of his stuff in his passive, like this, you know, as you can see here. So I'm guessing with this Cell, they could do something similar with his EZA and make his passive somewhat restrictive, somewhat niche, and maybe have something, not necessarily performs a critical hit, but, you know, maybe extra attack and defense when facing a Gohan Youth enemy or something like that. And that wouldn't be too bad. Or maybe even shoot, if they actually, so let's actually take a look at Broly's real quick. I'm diving into all these possibilities. It's just that it's kind of interesting. But if we take a look at Broly's LR EZA, we can use his as another example. So Broly, he gets Ki +5 when there is a pure Saiyans or hybrid Saiyans category enemy. Attacks effective against all types and guaranteed to hit when there is a Goku's family category enemy. Now I understand why they did that for him, because, and that made him really busted. I think, you know, after his EZA, they've been really tame with all these LR EZAs. So I really don't, I have very little to no hope for this LR physical Cell. But if they do something like this, he could potentially be good, but I doubt they will, because they made this guy really bust, and they're like, well, we're not gonna do that anymore with the LRs, with the older LRs. Yeah, so there's a plethora of possibilities, but the fact of them actually happening, very little to no chance at making him a very busted unit. So but yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. All right, bye y'all.